Europa Park is rated as one of the best theme parks in the world. Located in Rust, Germany, it's home to a wide variety of rising attractions, such as the Bolliger and Mabbeyard Hypercoaster Silver Star, and an incredible and varied range of entertainment offerings. Their newest attraction, the Mack Striker Coaster Voltron, opened only a few months ago, and yet it seems that a brand new attraction may be already on its way soon. They are already planning a brand new attraction for the resort's 50th anniversary celebrations in the 2025 operating season, set to be apparently located quote-unquote in the middle of the park, according to a recent public interview with the resort's owner, Roland Mack. Today, we're going to be discussing what's been announced and also publicly speculated about the brand new anniversary attraction at Europa Park. And we're also going to share my thoughts on whether this is the right investment into the park's current ride lineup. So before we get started, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss another YouTube video. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers and 500,000 views. Let's get there as soon as possible, please. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get straight into this video and talk about Europa Park's brand new anniversary attraction for next season. So, what do we know so far? It was previously indicated, but later confirmed to be true, that the attraction would take up the current Journey to Rulantica attraction site located in the Luxembourg themed area of the park. So with that in mind, let's jump back into time and discover the previous history of this building and educate ourselves on what once entertained previous generations, which is also the rumoured site of the new attraction's development. The building has a rich history in terms of former attraction themes. It first opened back in 1990 as Das Lila Geheimnis, known in English as the Purple Secret. It was themed around a purple cow, the mascot of Milka Chocolate. This revolving theatre attraction contained animatronics featuring the story of how Milka Chocolate, a Swiss brand of chocolate confectionery, was produced. It was closed after 1998 due to the expiration of the license with Milka as an intellectual property involved in this attraction. The second incarnation of this revolving theatre debuted in 1999 and closed in 2002. This was known as E-Motional and featured fountains, lasers and projections. Following this though, in 2003, Wunder dieser Welt, known in English as Wonders of the World, debuted for not for too long. Wonders of the World lasted for just one season, as in 2004, Zeitreise, known in English as Time Travel, debuted at the park and lasted for 6 years. The most well-known past incarnation of this attraction debuted back in 2010, the park's 35th anniversary season, and lasted until 2017. It was known as Historama. This incarnation told the story of Europa Park and the magical history behind this amazing theme park. The current incarnation debuted in 2018 as Historama's replacement and is known as Journey to Rulantica, themed around the Rulantica water park that debuted back in late 2019. However, back at the end of May, the park announced the attraction would close on June the 2nd, 2024, which has now been passed, and this attraction now sits closed to this day. As for the replacement attraction, the ride model being reportedly and rumouredly looked at is a Mack Rides gameplay theatre. Being a Mack Rides concept, this would come as no surprise at all when you consider the owners of Europa Park. But this is the only piece of public information we've received about this ride investment, and we await further information. So for those wanting to know a bit more about the gameplay theatre, this ride concept revolves around competitive, interactive gaming and dart rides on the smallest footprint available, according to the Mack Rides website. Guests are seated in what's known as a back-to-back seating configuration, with a separating wall element that creates 2 divided rooms in each section of the theatre. One whole ride cycle consists of 2 rotations for the passengers on the ride as they experience a total of 10 different sets and gameplay areas during the cycle. This is a high-capacity ride system and full of fun for the whole family. So then, what are the positives of the Mack Gameplay Theatre coming potentially to Europa Park? Well, first of all, this will be the first interactive dart ride at Europa Park for 18 years. The latest interactive dart ride experience at the park for this ride was Aventure Atlantis, known in English as Atlantis Adventure, which is manufactured also, ironically, by Mack Rides. For those of you who need a bit more info on Aventure Atlantis, This is an interactive dark ride that opened back in 2007, built in the basement of the Greek village inside Europa Park. The theme is based on the mythical city of Atlantis, explored by Professor Carter and his sidekick TO1. Riders shoot targets to collect points and compete for the high score. With the help of a joystick, riders steer the on-the-move vehicle in the desired direction. The score is kept track inside the vehicles and a high score table displayed at the exit of the attraction. The colour of the target determines the amount of points it gives, with green targets giving 100 points, blue 250, and red with mystery points. The red targets can only be hit once but give a large amount of points ranging from 10,000 to 30,000. And as of 2022 there were 8 red targets and some hidden extremely well. Designed by Michael Dendulk of F-Telling and previous fame with Disney, this is a once-in-a-lifetime family ride, and to see another new interactive dark ride potentially coming to the park next season, 18 years after the opening of Aventura Atlantis, it is very, very exciting to see. The Gameplay Theatre gives guests the opportunity to be fully immersed into an exciting and enthralling storyline, as they become part of the tale told by Europa Park, Mack Rides and attraction partners Lagatronics projects. There are many gameplay theatre attractions that are on its way already and already existing, with Paulton's Park here in the UK adding one of these next season also with the opening of Ghostly Manor in the former 4D cinema building. By the way, you can also check out previous videos about this by looking at our recent Paulton's Park video, which is already on the channel. The site in which the attraction will open sits in the park's Luxembourg area. So in terms of creating a storyline for which the attraction must be themed around, it needs to make sense in terms of flowing within the area it sits in and not develop a clash of themes with any other surrounding attraction. One piece of lesser known Luxembourg mythology that could come in handy for the park's creative team is, in my opinion, the Haunted Cemetery. Before we continue diving into the Haunted Cemetery mythology of Luxembourg, may I remind you to please like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers and 500,000 views. We've got plenty of exciting projects to come, so make sure you stay tuned. Now then, let's get back into this and let's delve into the Haunted Cemetery storyline. Many years ago, rumours started to spread that the churchyard in Oberpallen was haunted. One evening, a merry company of young men gathered in a house. As the hand of the clock slowly indicated the approach of the witching hour, the men set off with heavy heads. Their path led them past the disreputable cemetery. "Let's bet," said one stout-hearted lad. "I'll go by myself to a grave of your choosing." The others were more than hesitant, but their doubts made the young hothead even bolder. He walked through the unlocked gate and stepped onto a grave that had welcomed a dead man into its gloomy depths only a few days before. He bent down to pick a flower which felt someone quietly grabbing him by the shoulder. Turning quickly, a rotten skeleton stood before him, sneering at him. The nocturnal visitor did not think twice and fled over graves and gravestones, crossed the rather high cemetery wall, and hurried towards his home. When he appeared the next morning among his relatives, his hair had turned white as snow, and at a tremor he seized his body that never left him until the day he died. But if anyone asked him about the events of that night, he always replied, "Let the dead rest, for every sacrilege committed by against the graves will be terribly punished." This version of the gameplay theatre must display that the guests will be fully immersed into this story, and there's options to allow guests to be part of helping keep the spirits buried in the haunted cemetery, and help keep Luxembourg safe from these evil beings from beyond the grave. Be enthralled and educated by this tale before stepping in and writing your own legacy in this chapter of the history of Luxembourg. Overall, the addition of Mack Rides' gameplay theatre gives Europa Park a different style of interactive dark ride compared to Aventura Atlantis, and this allows the park to use modern technology to immerse guests into a one-of-a-kind experience, which will allow the park to really celebrate their 50th anniversary in style in 2025. What did you think about the idea of using this mythological storyline of the Haunted Cemetery as part of the story for this rumoured gameplay theatre attraction located for 2025 in the Luxembourg area? Comment down below your thoughts, comment down below and share your storyline ideas. And also, do you think a gameplay theatre would work at Europa Park? Comment down below all your thoughts and ideas below. Let's get those creative juices flowing. I am the CHALL. Ta-ra for now, and that is the end of today. Ta-ra for now.